hundreds of innocent children are dying from hunger, from extreme poverty, and from the effects of war. In Saharan Africa, 1 in 6 children die before the age of 5. The average life expectancy in Africa is only 41 years. That's about the same age as our moms and dads. To make things worse, 1 in 2 people survive on less than $1 per day. It's hard to imagine that these heartbreaking stories are true, but it's actually happening around the world right now. We're living here on the same earth, but they are suffering from so many diseases, from war and poverty. In Japan, what do you think we're suffering from? Homework? Perhaps not having enough money to buy the things you want? Well, children in Saharan Africa can't even afford the things they need to survive. Let me tell you an experience I had when I used to live in Jakarta, Indonesia. I used a car as transportation to go to school, and it usually got stuck in the middle of the road because of traffic. When this happened, young children would come near the car, knock on the wheel window, and beg for money. At first, I was shocked to see this. But as time passed, I got used to it. I would just close my eyes and pretend not to see what was happening. One day, I saw a boy begging for money with a little girl on his back. She had no legs. As they came to her car and begged for money, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I asked my driver what had happened to them. He told me that some mothers who live in difficult conditions cut off their children's arms or legs to make them look more miserable. They did it so that more people feel bad for them and give them more money. I thought that was a terrible way of earning money, but I realized they had to do it because they needed money to live. I will never forget the image of the girl on her brother's back. Now I know that I can't keep closing my eyes. I need to open my eyes wide, see the realities of poverty, and learn from them. Sadly, most of the countries are divided into 2 categories. They're either called a developed nation or a developing nation. Japan is called a developed nation, but I don't think we should be called developed unless we help the developing nations. Did you know that a 7-year-old girl said, "If I had enough food and money, I'd share it with the people in the streets like me." She is so poor, and yet she wants to give. We have so much money and plenty of food, but we're hesitating to give. In closing, I must ask you, can you keep your eyes closed to children dying from hunger? Can you keep your eyes closed to parents who lose their children because of poverty? Can you keep your eyes closed to a girl earning money with no legs? It is easy for us to close our eyes and think that we're not involved in poverty. But please don't close your eyes. Please remember that hundreds of innocent children, men and women, are dying from hunger and poverty. Please open your eyes and realize that we're all involved in poverty.